Welcome. We're the Daily Torch. Tonight we're drinking, for a review, the Knob Creek 18. And then when we're done, because we've never done it in here, we're going to taste through the 12 and the barrel proof and sort of compare ages and proofs so these guys can see the difference. So the Knob Creek 18, which I really like. I've enjoyed. Obviously, these bottles have been opened.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, they have.
The person who picked up at least two of these bottles for us liked the 12 better, for whatever that's worth. Thanks to Jeff, for the record, for doing that.
Yes. Thanks, Jeff.
I did it backwards. I tasted it before I smelled it.
He's like, fuck it, I need a drink.
He's
Wait, are we
like,
30
"Nah."
seconds in?
Sure.
Yes.
What's the algorithm? I don't want to get punished.
I think it's 30 seconds, but we were at the 40-second mark when you said
We're
that.
fine.
We're fine.
Yeah,
Fuck
we
it.
should be.
I just get so much more complexity in the 18.
Yeah, the spices are better. The aroma is better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the vanilla is more refined. There's structure to it with the oak tannins. It's just better, in my
It
opinion.
doesn't come off as grainy.
I know the sweet spot for bourbon's supposed to be 12 years, but 18 is really good.
I
I don't get the over oak thing in 18.
Okay.
That's just, and it's so smooth.
Yeah,
So
I think they're
smooth.
both. I can't say. I think they're both 100 proof. The 12 and the 18.
I'd have to lean
I
over
think so,
and
too.
look.
I think that's right. He's like, I'm not. That's work. I'm not leaning over.
Well, that's the thing. I'd have to leave this area and move a bunch of stuff. You know how hard that is right now. We have somebody that could look at it.
You know, you start to lose some of the like oppressive caramel, and you get some of the more refined, like actual vanilla bean.
Yeah. 'cause I
Vanilla
don't-
is very prevalent in the aroma.
Yeah.
But it's not like a vanilla syrup. It's like smelling a jar of vanilla beans.
Yeah.
It's a little bit drier.
Like the fresh vanilla beans.
I
Yeah.
think vanilla bean ice cream.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I don't think it's quite that sweet.
Oh.
I think this is one of the things I like about aged whiskey is it starts to pull some of the sweetness out.
Oh.
And
okay.
it's not like sweetness for grain. It's like sweetness for complexity and richness.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Just such a good drink.
I mean, it's still obviously Knob Creek, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
There are other
yeah.
18s I would prefer, but I think this is quite good.
Yeah, if someone offered it, you're not turning it down.
No,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be disappointed if someone pulled this off their bar at home or something.
It was like, we're drinking this.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, just twist my arm.
And I really do like the nose because it starts to develop.
Well, it develops, but it's also just, you know, there's not one note that overpowers the other. It's a perfect blend of notes.
Yeah. Well, this is the same thing when you start to age wine. This is what happens, right? Like all the flavors start to mellow out and get their own character. It's not like one steps on everything else. You know, in bad wine, it's like vegetal. You got like bell pepper. In good wine, it's going to be a lot of fruit, like really forward fruit. And then it starts to age. The oak tannins start to present. They mellow out. They're not so sharp. You can actually taste how the flavors balance. This is what happens with whiskey.
No.
So quiet.
Sorry, I was
know,
thinking.
right?
They're doing serious work.
I was thinking there for a second.
He's thinking, and I'm over here all lonely, but at least I'm close to the bottles.
Yeah. As it's said in Star Trek Enterprise, don't worry, the whiskey will keep us warm. For the record, that's my favorite episode of
Is
the
it?
entire show of Enterprise. It's called Shuttle Pod 1. And it's two of the main characters stuck in a shuttle pod, and it's leaking air slowly. And at one point, they turn everything off to save energy, and they just have a bottle of whiskey that they're just getting drunk on the whole time. They're just floating through space.
Oh, my numbers, I feel like good.
What do you got? Lay it on us.
So for the nose, I gave it a 24. For the palate, 25. For the finish, I gave a 16. And the impression was also a 16 for a total of 81.
Okay.
That's not bad. No. That's not bad at all. Man, have you finished yours?
Yes. I gave it 1 point less. I gave it an 80. 24 on the nose, 23 flavor. I like the nose a little bit better than the flavor. I still get sort of that Jim Beam grain that comes through.
Is that spicy bit?
Yeah, and I think I think the yeast that they use preserves a lot of the grain characteristic.
Okay.
I think that's kind of a Jim Beam character. 17 for the finish. I actually really like the finish. I almost gave it an 18. The finish is good. It's not as stringent. Like, it's the flavors that you want to hanging around. It lasts just long enough to not be short. Like, it's not an extremely long finish, but it's not super short. It doesn't disappear on you.
Right.
Impression 16 for an 80.
Okay. I gave mine a 90.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I went 30 on the nose, 25 for the palate.
You really like the nose.
Yes, I do. I really like the nose. 20 for the finish because it's got the finish that I like. It doesn't sit, it doesn't burn, it's there and then it's gone.
Yeah. But it's a pleasant there.
Yes.
Yeah.
But 15 for the impression.
Okay.
So 90.
So it's going to come out at like an 83 something and change.
That sounds good.
I'll figure it out later.
That's perfect.
When we do our leaderboards, I'll figure it out. I don't think it's high enough to get on a leaderboard, but it's good.
It is
Yeah.
good.
I
It's very
don't
good.
know. All right, here's the one downside. It's $180.
That's what kills me on the
Yes.
impression, really. Honestly, my impression would be 20 if this was like a $100 bottle.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
if I knew that, then I'd probably have the same issue. I probably would have knocked it some points.
All right. So I would taste this against the 12, and then I would taste the barrel proof.
So, okay.
So mine, this
Step
is the
down,
12.
basically.
Just step down. Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
No, that's the barrel proof. This is the 12.
Hang on, let me just enjoy the untainted 18 for a minute.
See, in the 12, you just get so much more caramel.
Yeah, I get that.
It's you haven't balanced out the sweetness at 12 years, which is probably what most people want.
Oh, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just a different profile.
There's more of a vanilla subtleness blend.
Like
versus-
a structured vanilla versus just sweet caramel.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
this is caramel. This is vanilla plus caramel. Yeah, wow. When you have both of them,
Together, side by
the
side,
12 is
you
just,
can really taste the age difference.
you're like, oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't like that.
I mean, I still like it. I just like the 18 more. And then, so when you go to the barrel pick, the alcohol is going to round it out. It's going to give it a bigger mouthfeel. You know, whole milk versus 2%.
Okay.
But it's going to be younger than both. It's probably 9 years.
Instead of
So,
like 12.
but a lot of that alcohol sweetness with the caramel is going to balance out the grain.
Wow, yeah, that's just 18 is so much smoother
Than
when
the
when you
12?
compare the two together.
Yeah, and then you just get the dual sweetness in the barrel pick.
Yeah.
You get caramel plus the proof.
Okay.
Kevin's making a run for it. He's like, I'm done with this.
No, he's checking the.
They're both 100 proof.
I was right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the barrel?
126 ish.
Oh, okay.
124 maybe. What is the barrel pick? What is the barrel proof? You can't hear us.
Barrel
yeah.
proof is 120.
It's a little bit lower than I thought.
Okay.
Yeah. It was barreled in 2014 and selected in 2023.
9 years.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Wow. That's on the nose. The 18 makes the barrel very disappointing.
Yeah, and you really notice the proof bite, especially in Knob Creek products.
Well, I like that better than I like the 12.
Yeah, but now go back to the 18, and
Okay.
the 18 is going to be lacking on the palate probably. It's going to be a little bit flatter because that proof.
Oh,
From
yeah,
the barrel
no,
pick.
the barrel sits. It even overpowers that.
Yeah.
Like it's the 18 on top of the barrel, which is still on the palate.
Yeah.
Is that
Wow.
partially because of youth?
And it changes the finish too. The finish has a little bit more bite after
It
the
gets a
barrel
little
pick.
bitter.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And it wasn't bitter by itself.
No. No, because I was sipping, and it wasn't bitter when I was doing the 12 and the 18.
Yeah.
But now that I've had the barrel, it's like, ooh.
I mean, I do
Ooh.
like the 18 a lot.
Ooh, I don't like that. I don't like that it just sits there.
Yeah.
It's like, go away.
That's why you need. Oh, have to get used to that.
Oh, there you go.
Like, this is why some of the higher proof stuff with different yeast profiles ends up being better because it balances out that astringency on the finish.
Oh, okay. So even if it's younger with the yeast, it may not have that bite.
Yeah. Oh. What do you think, Kevin?
I still like my barrel proof. I like the 18 too.
Well, okay, to be clear, I don't dislike any of them.
Yeah. I think I like the barrel proof more because of how hot it is still.
Okay.
And I think that's the only reason. I mean, it's the only thing I could think of at this point.
We should taste that barrel pick versus the Bookers back there, the new Bookers we just picked up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
We could put the Knob Creek 12 up against the Jack 12, but I don't think that's fair.
That's
just
that's messed
mean.
up. What's that, Booker's? What chapter is it?
Springfield batch,
Springfield batch. Okay.
24-1.
So it's not a chapter. It's a.
No, the chapters are Little Book.
Okay.
The
Oh, yeah.
Bookers are quarterly releases.
Okay.
So it'll be 24-1, 2, 3, and 4.
This is all from the same company, too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all Jim Beam product.
That reminds me. I can hit this button now. All eyes on me. It's wonderful. The face says it all over there.
Like,
So-
what are you doing?
So the Knob Creek Barrel Select, it is called the Leaky Batch. The reason why it is a leaky batch.
Oh, because there's only like 82 barrels. Or
Yes.
82 bottles.
There's
That's
only
right.
82 bottles of that leaky batch. So that's the only bottle we're going to see up here.
Yeah.
So he went out there. He tested out 3 of them. One of them, he noticed there was a puddle underneath it. They said, it's probably rain. And he like looks up. He's like, we're in a warehouse. Nothing else around it is wet. Okay, they said, it's just the rain and all that. He takes it. He tests it. He's like, that's whiskey. And he's like, and they're like, all right, do you want us to grab another one? He's like, no, it's fine. It'll probably seal itself. You know how like the barrels usually do.
yeah.
A couple months go by and they're getting ready to bottle it, and they found out they're like, oh, it kind of leaked a little bit more than we
Yeah,
thought
like,
it was.
like half.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, instead of getting the normal 190 right around there for the bottles,
82.
Just
Ooh.
82. They're like, do you want a different barrel? He's like, no, we'll call it the leaky batch. There'll only be 82 bottles.
That's
and
funny.
and the
That's
tasting that I did over there with this, it was like it came out to around $110 for the to go over there. You got to meet Bobby. I forget his last name, but he's one of their mixologists from Knob Creek.
Okay.
So he did what's that old fashioned, and that barrel proof and old fashioned is really nice.
I imagine
Oh,
it is.
yeah.
And then they did that beer that I also handed you.
Yeah, that Shoe Tree,
Yeah,
Knob Creek barrels.
Shoe Tree Spartacus, aged in the Knob Creek barrel.
That was fantastic.
it was awesome. Apparently, I wasn't supposed to get a
A growler.
Growler.
Which just means I wasn't supposed to get a growler.
correct, but I managed to get a growler because the kid didn't know at the time, and I didn't know until he said he's like, apparently I wasn't supposed to pour this for you. I'm like, well, we have 2 options. You already poured it,
Yeah.
so you dump it, waste of alcohol, or you just sell it to me.
There you go.
So he sold it to me. Wasn't too bad.
Perfect.
And I figure I'd give it to you because, well, I could just go there and get it whenever I want. if
Yeah,
it's still
no, I
there.
liked it a lot. That's good beer.
Oh, it was really
I
good.
like bourbon barrel aged stouts that are done well
I figured you would.
quite a lot
I
Can't
figured.
imagine why.
because they're amazing. I mean, I'll drink that over a Imperial IPA every single time.
Oh, that's fair.
100%.
You get more flavor out of them.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
All right. That was our review of the Knob Creek 18. We're the Daily Torch. If you like what we do, like, comment, subscribe. See you next time.